Summer is upon us, and I do not want to see another girl struggling, sweating in the summer heat with her makeup sliding off her face. Sweatproof and heatproof makeup is all about two things, okay? It's about the products that you're using and the technique you use to apply them. And in today's video, I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm a professional makeup artist and makeup reviewer. I'm showing you my exact routine that I use that lasts me all day and all night, even if it's hot and I'm sweating. This makeup look is super flattering for every day, but it's also incredible for events like summer weddings or what have you. I always get a ton of comments at the end of the night when I wear this makeup look. People are like, how does your makeup still look so good after hours of sweating? I got you. Keep on watching if you want to know how to make your makeup last all day, all night long. Skin prep is so key when it comes to heat-proof, sweat-proof makeup. You really cannot mess this stage up, or else everything after this is going to be cooked. You want to avoid something too heavy that's going to make your makeup slide around, but you also want some really good hydration. We want a nice glow to our skin, so I have the perfect thing. This is the Caudalíe Vinoperfect Radiance Serum, and I have gone through bottles of this. This is one of my favorite skincare products. I apply a pretty generous amount of this just to give my skin some nice glow and hydration. This makes whatever makeup I apply on top of it look so good. Another thing you want to avoid when you want to look natural, glowy for the summer is anything that's going to make your makeup pill and bunch up, because that is going to completely ruin the illusion of natural makeup. And that's literally never been an issue with this serum for me. I love it so much. The ingredients are clean and just skin loving. I can't say enough good things about this serum. Look at that immediate glow. It really makes your skin look so plump and juicy. Oh, I love this stuff. I usually don't do this, but some of you were on me in the comment section in a few of my videos about how I don't wear sunscreen. And you're right, I don't usually wear sunscreen. Controversial opinion to have these days, but unless I'm going and spending significant time out in the sun, I'm not wearing sunscreen. I just don't need those extra ingredients sinking into my skin, and usually sunscreens contain harmful ingredients. But today I'm trying out a new sunscreen on the market by ILIA, a brand that really does focus on their formulations and good ingredients, so I am excited to try this. This is their Sun Serum Mineral Sunscreen SPF 50, and I personally like to go for a more mineral sunscreen. This is the lightest shade, and this looks like it's going to give my skin a little bit of bronze because I'm really pale, so let's see what this looks like. I'm just going to start by applying this with my finger. I'm just applying a pretty generous layer of that sunscreen. Right off the bat, it is not leaving much of a color cast on my skin, which I'm grateful for, because sometimes with tinted products like this, since I have fair skin, it kind of makes my skin look unnaturally dark, but that's not what's happening with this. It's just giving me a nice little glow. This feels really lightweight on the skin. It doesn't feel like heavy or pasty at all. I personally like that the medicinal ingredient in this sunscreen is zinc oxide. It is just more of like a natural, cleaner, dare I say, option. I know people hate when I say that, but like there are some toxic ingredients in sunscreen, so zinc oxide I'll take. First impressions, leaves a really nice glow. Does leave a little bit of a bronze veil on my skin, but I do still think I could get away with wearing this without any makeup on top. It's really nothing crazy, but let's see how it wears under makeup, shall we? If you're looking for a long wear base, it's honestly pretty hard to beat the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup Foundation, but I do wish they had a pump on this foundation. I'm just putting a tiny bit of this on the back of my hand. I'm gonna show you how I make this look a little more natural, because this is quite full coverage. So I know this foundation is a full coverage foundation. I'm going for more of a natural look, so I'm going to show you how I get the benefits of a full coverage long wear foundation, but I get to look a little bit more natural. And you're just going to take a small amount of that foundation with that flat brush and apply a really thin amount, and I like to focus most of the coverage in the center of my face. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of that on my cheek like this. This doesn't need to be clean or precise or anything like that, and just focus on where you want the most coverage. For me, that is on my cheek, so that's why I'm applying the foundation there. I'm going to apply a little bit on my nose, a little bit in the center of my forehead, and notice that I'm using a very small amount of product. You want to start with less. Less is more, especially with this foundation, but you'll hear me mention that a lot throughout this entire tutorial. Okay, so I know we look a little crazy. Trust the process. I'm going to flip that brush around. This actually has a really nice foundation brush on the other side. So I'm going to start tapping that foundation into my skin. You want to first start by tapping in the foundation exactly where you initially applied it. That way you're going to get the most coverage there. And then what I like to do is slowly work my way out to the outskirts of my face where I need less coverage. This is going to keep the foundation foundation looking a lot lighter, a lot more natural. You're gonna get that coverage exactly where you want it without the look of heaviness. Plus, this foundation is very well known for being a very long wearing foundation. This lasts hours and hours. And if you don't love foundation and you wanna look a bit more natural, you can just skip it and do everything else after this step. I'm pretty happy with this coverage. It looks natural, but it's going to last me all day long. Sweat is not gonna make this foundation budge at all. And I know everyone's aware of the double wear foundation, but the double wear concealer is very much underrated. Now, if you thought a little goes a long way with the foundation, the concealer is also like that. So I'm really going in pretty light-handed with that concealer, starting underneath my eyes, a little bit on my outer corner as well. I'm gonna apply a little bit of this on my lids just to even out any discoloration, a little bit of concealer, anywhere I still have a little bit of redness poking through, a bit on my chin too. And by the way, I'm gonna have all the shades I used listed down below, all the brushes I used, everything, so be sure to check the description box if you're curious about anything that I used in today's video. I'm just tapping that concealer in on the under eye area. And again, this is gonna give you so much coverage, but it's not gonna budge. It's really crease resistant, which I love, especially for mature skin. I think you would really love this concealer. I think it is like blowing the Tarte Shape Tape concealer out of the water. It lasts way longer and creases way less. At least for me. I know everyone's different. Time to add some dimension back into our face because we're looking a little one-dimensional. This cream contour does cost a pretty penny, but when I tell you this stays in place all day long, I'm not kidding. This is a Dior Forever Skin Contour Stick. I'm using the shade Light. And I hate to say it, but not only is it long lasting, the shade is really nice, especially on pale skin. And it also is very creamy and buttery. And I like to blend this in using my Refy Duo-Ended brush. I do like to use the dense side to do a rough blend. And again, we are just tapping and pressing this into the skin. Make sure to blend up into your hairline. You also want to make sure that you're blending your contour upwards and not downwards underneath your cheekbone, because this is going to give your face a bit more of a sunken look, and I prefer personally a more lifted look, and this is how you achieve that. And then once we have a messy blend like we have right now, we flip the brush over and tap over everything, and this is just gonna airbrush it all into the skin. I just love this brush for cream products. It is so good. See how that's just disappearing into my skin when I go over everything with this fluffy side? This makes blending your contour so quick and so easy. And then with whatever's left on the brush, I do like to tap a little on my nose and then a little along my jawline as well. Okay, so I love a glowy cheek and I love a glowy blush, but typically a glowy cheek and long wearing makeup don't go hand in hand, except with this product. This is new from NARS. This is their Insatiable Liquid Blush. And this shade has the prettiest glow in it. It's not glittery, but it's glowy. I am not gonna say the name because it's another one of those names by NARS that makes me uncomfortable to say because it's just like kind of vulgar. So I'm gonna link it down below. But I'm gonna apply a tiny bit of this to the cheek. Really a little goes a long way. Put a little bit on the nose as well. And I'm just gonna begin to tap that into the cheek using my Hourglass blush brush. The formula in these is just so good. This is one of my favorite blush formulas that NARS has come out with. The shades are absolutely stunning. This is definitely one of my favorite shades though because of the beautiful glow it gives the skin. But I've been wearing these on hot summer days and these stay put really well throughout the day, which is so impressive. Another thing I love about these is they're not too pigmented that it makes them a little bit like not beginner friendly. These are very easy to blend out. They're very creamy and buttery. Like look at that shade. It looks so beautiful, sits on the cheek so nice, really lifts the face nicely. And as you guys can see, it definitely does not look glittery or chunky. It's very smooth. This is the stage where you're gonna want to lock in your cream products. I always like to set my face with setting spray before I apply powder so that the powders can do their thing and mattify everything versus after, because when you apply a liquid on top of a powder, it just kind of melts in and you lose that like blurring mattifying effect a little bit. So I'm going in with the Morphe Life-Proof Continuous Setting Mist, and I'm giving my face a really good generous mist of that. This setting spray has such a nice scent and such a nice mister. It doesn't feel like you're applying hairspray on your face like some other long wearing setting sprays do. However, the L'Oreal Red Can setting spray, I believe it is the Infallible setting spray, is really, really good. If you want something from Sephora that's gonna make your makeup last all day, the One Size hands down, also very good, but this one has the best mister out of all of them and it's quite affordable. I'm gonna do my makeup in a slightly weird order today. I'm going to do lips because I feel naked without put any lip on. So for me, I'm not really a entire lip stain girly. It just has never really looked good on me, but I've recently really been loving a lip liner stain, especially for the summer, because it's sweat proof. If you're eating and drinking, it's gonna stay in place. And the one that I've been reaching for is by Huda Beauty. This is in the shade Toasty Brown, and I like to overline my lips slightly with this. I work in very small sections, and right after I apply it, I do tap it out with my finger. Do keep in mind to store these upside down if you're gonna buy this, because it will make the pen last a lot longer. If you store them upright, the ink is going to dry out from the tip, and we don't want that. But anyways, just keep working in small sections, tapping it out, building it up until you get the effect you want, because you don't want to go in too heavy right away, because that's not going to look as natural. This is such a pretty brown color, and it does really last a very, very long time throughout the day. For my all over lip shade, I've recently discovered this new type of formula that I don't normally reach for, but I've just been obsessed with. This is the new Hourglass Matte Lip Balm, and I'm using the shade Enigma. I'm just gonna tap that all over my lip. This is such a nice long wearing lip balm formula. It's hydrating, but it's also matte and very blurring. I've really never used anything like it, and I've just been absolutely obsessed. I honestly thought I wasn't gonna like these at first because I don't really wear matte lip products too much because I find them a little heavy. This is not heavy at all, and the blurring effect, it's actually crazy. And then this next step is optional, but if you want, you can go in with a little bit more of a pencil lip liner. I'm using the Maybelline Lifter Liner in the shade On It. And I'm just going over my Cupid's bow and just really sharpening that up a little bit. This lip liner is going to go on top of that lip stain and also last all day long. This is one of the most long-wearing lip liners ever, and it's from the drugstore. Moving on to the eyes, when I know I'm gonna be out in the heat, sweating, I do usually wanna keep it pretty simple. I'm going in with this new palette by Morphe. This is their Underslated palette. And this is such a cute, simple, cool toned palette. So pretty. I love Morphe shadows. They're so high quality and so affordable. I'm gonna pick up this shade right here, and this is gonna be my crease shade. I'm using a Rephr 15 brush and just carving out my crease with that. Just going into windshield wiper motions, really slowly building up that color until I'm happy with it. I don't really want anything too intense. I want this to be pretty subtle. And then same thing, just dragging that underneath the eye, just to define that lower lash line a little bit as well. And then as an all over lid shade, I'm just gonna take the lightest shade and put a little bit of that on the center of my lid. I love the look of a brightening shadow all over the mobile lid. I just feel like it makes your eyes look a lot more awake, and it just completes the look in my opinion. When I know I'm gonna be out in the heat and I'm gonna be sweating, I honestly don't really wanna bother with liner, but this liner does not budge. This is the Prada Durable Gliding Eye Pencil in the shade Wood, and I'm just gonna apply that in my tight line mostly and a little bit on my outer corner just to do a little baby wing. This is gonna stay in place all day, all night. It's my pet peeve when a liner claims to be long wearing and it smudges by the time you're in the heat or sweating a little bit. So I've done a lot of trial and error to find this one. I know it's expensive, but trust, it is worth it. And I'm just smudging that liner out with an angled brush, just perfecting the edges that way. And by the way, I am wearing colored contacts in today's video. If you want to know what shade I'm wearing, I will link them down below. These are so natural and so comfortable. These ones are a really pretty natural, like green olivey color. Would also look really good on brown eyes. If you are going to be outside in the hot, sweating, you are going to want a waterproof mascara. Today, I'm going to be a little unhelpful because this is something I've been working on for a long time now. So if you want to know what mascara I'm using, you should sign up in the waitlist in the description box down below. This is no lie the best mascara I've ever used. It makes my lashes look so nice, and I don't even have nice eyelashes, but it just works so good, and it lasts all day, holds a curl until you take your mascara off at the end of the day. Now to finish off the skin with powder, this is gonna lock everything in and blur your face. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder, and I'm just gonna pick a small amount of that up on a brush, and I'm going to tap that under my eyes. This makes such a nice under eye setting powder. It is so blurring, and I love that it gives a little bit of coverage. This is going to make your makeup last all day long. I also like to apply that powder around my mouth because I do tend to get very oily around my mouth area, and I just want to lock this area in really well. And I don't really want to kill the glow on the rest of my face, and I've been really wanting to try this new powder by ILIA. This is their Soft Focus Finishing Powder. And just by looking at this, it's kind of reminding me of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, so I'm going to try it and see what I think. I'm just going to press that on my forehead. Immediately, it's not like super mattifying, which I like, but it does look like it is locking in my powder. It's giving me like a satiny finish. It's actually really pretty. It did control a little bit of that shine, but again, my skin still looks natural and luminous. I'm gonna see how it lasts throughout the day, but it does look really nice, and it actually did give me a blurring kind of smoothing effect on my forehead, which I wasn't expecting. And again, same thing, I don't wanna lose that glow on my cheek, but I do wanna set this cream blush in place. So I do wanna use a powder blush that is going to accentuate the glow, not fully mattify my cheek. So I'm going in with the Kosas Blush is Life in the shade Dreamland. And this is a really pretty shade for summer. I'm just gonna layer that on top of my cheek. This blush is, again, glowy without being like shiny and glittery, which I do want to avoid. I don't want to look glittery and shiny. I just want to look dewy. Oh, that shade is just so pretty. It's giving like sun-kissed. This is a very neutral blush, so it'll go with a lot of makeup looks. If you want to look sun-kissed, this blush is your girl. I'm also gonna dust a little bit of that on my eyelid just to like tie everything together. I think that'll look so pretty. I feel like I want my lip a little bit more on the nude side. I'm gonna take literally the tiniest dot of that concealer that we used earlier, and I'm just gonna pick that up on my finger and tap it in the center of my lip. I love mixing concealer with a lipstick. This makes everything better. And you could totally leave your lip like this, but I do want to add a little bit of hydration. I'm going into the Edam Lip Softening Balm in the shade Chateau Rose. And this lip balm, oh my goodness, this is gonna keep your lips hydrated all day long. This lip balm lasts such a long time, and it is one of the most nourishing, hydrating lip balms I've ever used in my entire life. Oh, I love it so much. And the tint is just stunning. This one's got a little bit of like gold shimmer throughout it, and it smells so delicious. Oh, I just love it. I personally love a really like thick lip balm. To finish this look, I really love a highlighting balm, but since we are wearing this out in the summer heat, I'm just gonna use a powder, but a gorgeous powder nonetheless. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Powder in the shade Eros. This highlighter is just perfect. I'm using a Rephr 19 brush, and I'm just gonna dust this right on the high point of my cheekbone. Look at that glow. Oh my gosh, it is so stunning. You can really only see it when you turn your head, and then it really catches the light. When you're just looking straight on, it's pretty subtle, and then boom, so stunning. And I'm also just gonna use that exact same highlighter as an inner corner highlight. This also makes for a really, really gorgeous all over lid shade. And there you have it, a wearable soft glam makeup look that is going to last you all day and all night in the summer heat when you are sweating, no problem. If you guys want more long wearing makeup tutorials, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up so I know you want more. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. My goal is to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I know it's a bit lofty, but I would really appreciate it if you help me out. I will continue to give you all the makeup tips that you want. Anything you want to see, leave it in a comment down below, and I will do my best to make it come to life for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.